I get it. You know, you got your whole life ahead of you. And it's going to be a great life, too. I guarantee you're going to meet a girl, you know, someone you can't even believe would give you the time of day. You know, fall in love, put a ring on it, get the house, have a kid. Everything's going to be perfect. Well, until you find out it's not. Who knows what that'll be? You know, maybe she breaks your heart. Maybe you lose all your money. Remember that kid of yours? This beautiful, happy little boy running around playing with his dad. Maybe you find out this kid's not going to be as lucky as you are. You know, life's not just going to work out perfectly for him. Next thing you know, you're dealing with hospitals, doctors, you're trying everything. Physical therapist, speech therapist, medical bills. There's nothing you can do. That's going to put stress on that fairy tale marriage. You know, there's going to be marriage therapists, a lot of fighting. You got to suck it up, right? You got to keep on going. Hell, you got to pay for it all. And the only way to do that is eat a bunch of spoiled teenagers. Sometimes on a Saturday, but that's what being an adult is.
I'm Ashley from Big Gold Belt Media. It's nice to meet you both. How are you?
Hey, Ashley.
Hi, Ashley. How are you? Lovely to meet you.
Uh, I'm good, thanks. So your big episode for Mythic Quest Season 4 is dropping soon, rebrand. And I have to start by saying, Elisha, congratulations, because you wrote this episode. That's so awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm excited.
What was that like for you, being able to kind of step behind the scenes, take ownership over Pootie's story? And was it your idea to bring in the UFC fighter?
Um, that's a good question. Well, so from the beginning, I thought it was high time we bring Pootie Sue back. I thought maybe people had forgotten about him, maybe not. And so I wrote a little spec script because I had nothing better to do with my life. And I thought it was pretty all right. So I found Megan Gaines' emails through WikiLeaks, through the kind of the Sony leak of emails that happened a
Isn't
few
that
years.
punk rock, Ashley? He just
I mean, that's how you
grabbed the
gotta do
Yeah,
bull
it, I
by the
guess.
horn and woo.
yeah. Old email, didn't expect much of it. But she read it and I guess thought it wasn't entirely terrible. And then we kind of a broken news story, with the writer's room and everything. The UFC fighter, I think it was an idea we were floating around very early on. I'm trying to remember. I don't know. It got, pretty collaborative towards the end, so I don't really remember whose idea that was. Those months are all blurry, yeah.
Got it,
All
got
the
it. Real
valleys
t real
and
talk though, how
lows.
was that training with Donald? Because was it brutal or did he actually go easy on you?
Oh no, that was pretty brutal. No, he's a very serious man, doesn't crack a smile, and I think he
Oh,
thought it was I was really fighting someone, so I think he maybe didn't want me to get like murdered because I'm pretty scrawny. And so he thought that he had a very serious task to make me a little bit more impenetrable. Uh and it was great. I had a great time. He had actually advised me to do UFC like boxing gym training afterwards, which I never did take him up on, but I would love. It was a great time, and yeah, that's a fun type of training.
I bet, I bet. Alanna, Shannon is wild, but I love her. She lives her truth and I'm here for it.
silly goose, huh?
Yes, she is. She's definitely got a lot going on, though. She's got the complicated relationship with Ian. She's giving out some sage motherly advice to Poppy because, yes, we are all terrible at this. We're just trying to do our best. And she's got a kid who's growing up and trying to find his own way in the world. What is her headspace at like right now? What is she thinking? How's she dealing with all this?
Well, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I knew these women growing up, all of these stage moms. Suddenly they're espousing their sons because the sons are the breadwinners, and they suddenly, the sun rises and sets on their ass. And so these women espouse their sons. They're completely and totally joined at the hip. they live vicariously through their success and their fame and fortune, and they sort of lose their identity. And it's almost like indentured servitude when you have a really successful kid. Your life is, over before you know it. Your sense of self goes out the window. Everything is about them. And it can be pretty unhealthy. And Mythic Quest really does show that how, this codependent relationship between, son and mother is it's pretty prevalent out here in LA.
Oh, I bet. I
Yeah,
can only imagine.
sure.
So we left off the season with Pootie deciding emancipation is not for him. Shannon's super excited about that. If we get more Mythic Quest, and I hope that we do, what do you think is next for your characters?
Hmm. I think there's got to be some sort of like a lawsuit over the money.
I've stolen all the
They
money,
stolen all the
and
money.
I've gotten some wild plastic surgery in
Like,
Turkey,
like
and I
even worse
come
than the
back.
cannons? Even worse
Yeah.
than the cannons?
I
Okay.
mean, I think I come back looking like Cat Lady, and I'm damn proud of it. And I've married maybe a Turkish surgeon.
Yeah. It's
They're
sort of a legal drama with just an extremely distracting visual surgery that you kind of that nobody ever mentions. It
no
goes
one ever
unknown.
mentions.
Uh and it's like a really staid, like just sort of straight up boring legal drama.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or maybe she spent over 500,000 of your money on surgery and she comes back looking exactly the same. And you just, so where did that money go? Strip. I want to see what you spent. Anyway.
Oh my God. That would be, wait, if she's a cat lady, does she have the whiskers too? Or like how cat-like is she?
Whiskers, tail,
It's just
ears.
A
patient.
tail too? Oh my God. All
It
right.
Yeah,
goes away. It goes away. But
yeah.
Okay.
it's just this is trust the process of the surgery. Oh my God, that's so good.
I mean, all right, if that's what she wants to do. Poor Pootie. Like
Sure.
having to deal with that as a mom. So you both didn't get to do this episode, but in this season, the characters got to go on like the weapons forging expedition, and I kind of would love to have seen Shannon, especially Shannon, because God knows what she would have actually picked. But if you two could have done that one, what do you think Pootie and Shannon would make?
Oh, Elijah, what would you? You're the brilliant
Uh,
one.
some
Go
sort of
ahead.
some version of like a, submachine gun. I think gotta go for the as you know, as lethal as you can get, I think. I'm not playing around, Alana.
100%. 1,000%. I know nothing about weapons. I know nothing about. I think she'd be a wonderful axe thrower, however. But that's just yeah. Those are my thoughts. Moving on.
Okay. All right. I like it. Well, that's my time. So I appreciate you both.
Ashley,
And
no.
We
yeah,
were just, oh,
we only get like 8 minutes. So
now we're gonna have to
Question.
have
I have a
to.
question for you, Ashley. Do you happen to, are
yes.
you related to a Tamra Saunders?
No, not that I know of.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That would have
Worth a
been weird
shot.
though.
She was in my grade school. She was an opera singer and like 9. This like crazy child prodigy, and her name was Tamra.
Okay. Now I wish I was, because that sounds like super cool to have a family member like
Right?
that.
Ask
Yeah.
around. You never know. It might have changed her name. Does anyone in your family have good pipes?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I did choir. Opera though. I can't do opera.
She'd be 50. She'd like be
So
48,
she'd be like
49.
my mom then.
Okay, then never mind. Unless you're, maybe she's your mother.
Call her Tamara accusingly. See if she
Got
flinches.
it. There you go. If there's a glitch in the matrix, all right, bet I'll do that.
Oh my God, that's great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
And I
much.
hope
much.
we get to do this again for another season because
Yes.
you guys are awesome.
You as
1,000%.
well.
Thank you. You as well.